Councillor Nikki Peirce, Portfolio for Environment. Just behind you, where we are, a beautiful. How would you describe it?
A wild meadow.
And how did this all come about?
So obviously last year we started a campaign of the wildflowers across the garden that was led by Councillor Gunn, and he initiated 6 of the original ones, and then when I came into Portfolio for Environment, I initiated for this year another 6 to be actually put across the actual town. This time I picked areas that actually were as we come into the actual towns, so it actually showcased the actual town's centre itself and the entrance, so what we was showing about being biodiverse in our actual towns.
So this would have been just a strip, to the ignoramuses like myself, it would just have been a strip of mud, earth, back in about March, and now it looks like it is that now fully grown?
I think there's still some more growing to go there. I think it's been a little bit of a slow start this year compared to last year. I think it was a very different climate this year. We've seen less rain, a bit more summer. It's taken a little bit longer to come through, but they are looking beautiful. They are looking beautiful now coming through.
Now I know the good people at Potter Street have also looked after it and given it a bit of water. Are you depending, because you have other strips around the town, are you also depending on maybe residents helping out at all?
It would be nice to, but I cannot fault the residents and the community of Potter Street, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to be here today, to have that conversation, to say thank you for the residents. They are a community like no other in Harlow that I've come across yet. Maybe Church Langley, but Potter Street are really a tight-knit community, and we've seen so much amazing work from them this year with the fete, with the Potter Street in bloom. There's not an actual sign in the wall without a bunch of flowers or something. They've created bins around the actual town with flowers, around the Potter Street with flowers around them. They've repaired benches. There has been some amazing work done.
Because there's that layer of politics, isn't there, of representation regarding the councillor, and there are community forums, aren't there? For example, Potter Street have a residents forum. But is there ways of getting more people involved in, and it's not necessarily politics, it's just the community, isn't it?
Yes, so it is about community, and to be honest with you, we have got some really good community groups across the actual town. It's actually getting them together, and it isn't about, I know the community in Potter Street come out, they're great advocates for the Wombles and actually all the gardening that they actually do, giving back to the church and churches, Potter Street shops. They're just a fantastic community that we'd love to see across the whole of the town.
But it must be said, you drive around Harlow, it looks like trying to keep the, say, 2nd Avenue or 1st Avenue, a lot of grass cutting or maintaining is being done, but there is still, would you not agree, the individual responsibility of people not throwing litter?
Yes, 100%. The litter and fly tipping that we actually get, people that actually throw things over their back fences and actually litter our environment, a bit like that, out of sight, out of mind. We have got very good service for our heavy squad. There is the tip as well, so there is no excuse for the amount of fly tipping, but in the litter we shouldn't be relying on the Wombles to pick up the bits that HTS can't get to, and I would say again, thank you to HTS teams. They actually prepared the ground for the wild beds. They've actually done copious amounts of actual litter picking as well, and the street scenes, and they are trying very, very hard to actually take control of the areas again, and it is hard because, as we know nationally, there is so many vacancies, and HTS are in that same category. They have positions to fill, and they're trying their hardest to fill those positions.